Welcome.
Welcome.
This is official business because you didn't try it, but I did, and it was amazing. So this is all sped up so that this will be not an 18-minute video. So to make the cheese, put your carrots and your potatoes and boil those bitches. Okay, start with a huge-ass mango, like a massive fucking mango, to make a massive amount of salsa. So this is Mark's deal, and Mark's a badass for coming up with this. Anything you want to say about this?
Epic.
Yeah, I agree. It tastes good on everything. What if we put it on with like Indian food? Yeah, we had tacos. Our friend made Indian food for the little social gathering. What else? What the fuck did we make for the social gathering?
It was just a beans and rice kind of dish.
Oh yeah. Okay, so kind of like a homemade Chipotle burrito bowl, and then this was the salsa we put on it, and that was fucking awesome. And our friend made Indian food, and it tasted amazing on Indian food. So this salsa goes good with everything, so make a lot at a time. Chop half for the blender and dice half for the bowl so that you have like chunks, and it's not just all blended, because that would be a weird texture. You can make less, but I wouldn't recommend it. Dude, that stuff is so good. This is our third time making it in 2 weeks. So, the thick chunks, just throw that in the blender. Just to review, half in the blender, half not in the blender. And then all that is not going in the blender, so dice those bitches up. All of them. All 4 of them. This is just like how to make your salsa cheaper. Like how to make it bigger. Like per bite it's cheaper once you start adding tomatoes in. If you went all like tropical fruit, you're not going on a vacation. Then it wouldn't be rich bitch cooking. Yeah. Dude, that is a shitload of tomatoes. That's why our stomachs are like crazy fucking full, because we just ate so much salsa. Dude, it's so good. Okay, I want to move on and talk about nachos. So you're gonna dice that up and then throw that with everything else you diced up, and then take that and put that in the blender right there. So you'll have some cut up and some not cut up. Some in the blender, some not in the blender. And we didn't even add any salt, and it was amazing. Oh, because it's sweet. Sweet and spicy. No salt required. So how many of those did you use?
3.
And you're just cutting off the top?
Yeah, pretty much.
But you leave all the seeds?
Yeah, I leave all that in there.
Dude, why do I think it's gonna be like my mouth is on fire? It's yet to feel out of control. I mean, I do have to like blow my nose and shit, and I do hiccup, but it's not like, I can totally taste all the flavors. Habanero is a good choice.
Yeah. Habanero goes good as mango. That's why it's been a choice of champions.
We're champions. So blend that shit. And then you feel like successful because you think you're done, and then you remember you didn't add any onion, and then you gotta go back to the chopping board. And then add all that again, not to the blender. This may seem totally off subject to nachos, or you may feel like this is like overkill, but it's not. This seriously takes nachos like to the moon and back. Like if you were wearing moon shoes and eating nachos, that shit would make sense. You know? Just so you know.
Yes,
okay.
I know.
You do? Yeah, I think you were the one who mentioned it earlier. Dude, I'm so scared of touching fucking spicy peppers. Okay. So while we were making salsa, the veggies finish cooking, so drain them. Bam. You could use the liquid, but I choose not to because it's too fucking hot. And then start with a half a cup of water. This is actually a pretty solid recipe. This is the third time I've made this in 2 weeks, just like the salsa. And it's actually really straightforward, even though I could do things more smooth. Yeah. So blend that and then try to add all your liquid. And the only liquid left would be, I use a whole lime. And then you can either add oil or you could add more water and make it fat-free. But I always forget to add that extra little bit. So then once I add all this dry shit, it's like impossible to blend. I'm always like, why is this so difficult? And then 20 seconds later, I remember why. It's like, fuck, I needed to add those 2 or 3 tablespoons of not solid matter into the blender. It's like, now would be the perfect time to add the oil and or extra water. And look at that, it's like, I didn't even show you how much blending I did. And then finally I got just like half of the space open and I just put some oil in there. Look at that. All you need is just a little bit and then it gets the job done and then it's amazing. Seriously, world's greatest nachos ever. And Mark doesn't know. Man, these were amazing. Holy shit. I should be charging millions for this recipe. If you're watching,
You should just start a nacho stand.
just hook up a homeless person or something and call it paid forward, because you'll be thanking someone for this. Thank me, yeah. Peace the fuck out.